This weekend is election weekend in Russia, which means the Russian people are gonna vote for a new president. And I really wonder who's gonna win. That's the wrong script. I have here a quick and easy little Sunday afternoon project. For an upcoming thing I have to do probably, I need rollers. And here's the plan. The idea is to hold something long in place to prevent it from escaping. A bit the idea of the long bar between two V-blocks, but I'm not gonna make V-blocks, but rollers. Two sort of little wheels, and between two I can hold my workpiece, long bar. And these two little wheels are held together, of course, in a body. And the body I have here. I'm gonna cut 4 pieces and then every time drill 2 holes and cut out a V. The wheels I'm gonna make from 45mm something steel. I don't know, we'll see. And the spacer between these two L-shaped, this side and then of course this side, make little spaces, and at the same time it's gonna serve like a shaft to hold my rollers in place and bolt it together. Let's start, for example, with the body. 2 bodies. So let's cut. That was noisy. And this is more or less the idea. Now the rollers that comes between here, I think if they are 20mm, maybe 15, that will be good. Let's make them 15. No, they will wiggle waggle. 20. Yeah, 20 will be better. Let's Celtic. But first I wanna show you something. When I was pimping this machine, I made new gaskets everywhere. Here on the lid, on this side, in here I made gaskets I made on the gearbox. But the thing is still leaking. So I took the covers off to try to find where it comes from. And I found here a disaster area. So maybe my restoration job wasn't as good as I thought it was. Because here on the side there are oil drops dangling. And this is a cover held on with 8 bolts, and they are well tight. Not too much, but I don't want to force them, of course. Now if it's this one that's leaking, it's not too complicated to make again a new gasket for it. But on the back side is also a cover like this one. If that's one's leaking, then I need to take it all apart again. So I'm gonna clean it up a little bit and then use the lathe as is without covers and being very careful not to put my fingers in here somewhere, and then try to find out if this cover is leaking or the other one. And now everyone's favorite. Now for parting there is of course way too much workpiece stick out here, but I'm gonna try anyway, and that's why I also set the tailstock here to give it a bit support. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't work. I'm afraid it's one of these days again. My blade got stuck here in the workpiece, and then I heard this little crack, and now the blade doesn't move anymore. All assembled, let's try. Looks like we're back on track. Auto feed in this direction. Good stuff. I already made one little bushing spacer, and this one seems to fit perfectly fine. There's just one weird little thing, is that I drilled these holes 9.5 millimeter. And I suppose my drill bit was wobbling around a little bit, because when I measure I have 9.8, so my drill bit drilled 3/10 oversize. But I made my little shaft here also 9.8, a little bit less, and it fits perfectly fine. So let's make Let's do a little bit of assembly and see if it will work. Right, all that's left to do, cut off these bolts of course, and maybe also give them a coat of spray can paint, because I will use this thing maybe once every 2 or 3 years, and so it will prevent them from rusting a bit. "25% extra paint." I always wondered where they put it. Bottom? Top? I don't know. Instead of watching paint dry, let's go and have a look at the leaking Celtic. It's now 3 days ago that I took off the covers of this machine, and of course I also used it. And here on the underside of the gearbox there are no drops, so I think that's a good sign. But there is new oil here on this little platform here. Not much, but there is. And it looks like it comes from here, from the banjo. Which doesn't make any sense, because I see here the fresh oil, but behind here there is nothing. Here is a void. This is where the belts are inside. The gearbox itself is up here, and here is nothing leaking. And the reason why the oil is leaking on the floor is, of course, it falls here, and here is a big gap. And as you can see, I can put my scale here completely in, and in here is of course an opening to let the belts go through. And of course that's why all this in here is very oily, because it's leaking from up here, and inside there's this opening, the belts are about here, and then it's leaking on this platform and on the electric motor and then on the floor. terrible mess. So indeed, the thing is still leaking from up here somewhere. All I have to do is to figure out where and of course fix it. And here they are. And I don't think there is need to make this V cut out here, because as they are now, they work really fine. I'm pretty sure you will see them pop up in an upcoming video.